Find a comfortable place to lie down and allow the body to settle into a position where it can fully rest. Support yourself however you need to, perhaps something under the knees, under the head, beneath the arms. And once you are comfortable, allow the eyes to gently close.
There's nothing that you need to do from here. Nothing to improve, nothing to get right. Just begin by noticing the natural rhythm of your breath. Not changing it. Just noticing where it moves in the body. Perhaps you feel the breath in the chest, in the belly, a gentle movement through the ribs. And with each breath out, feel yourself arriving a little more fully in your own company. So in our Nidra practice, we work with a simple intention. It's not something that needs to be forced. It's more like a remembering. We might choose a simple phrase like, I'm safe to rest with myself. I stay in relationship with myself. I love myself. You may just allow your own words, feelings to arise. Just gently repeat any intention to yourself 3 times. It's as if we're planting seeds in the body rather than in the mind. Because we're going to start with our rotation of consciousness, where we will move attention slowly through the body. You don't need to visualize anything, you don't need to concentrate. Just see if you can follow my words without becoming attached to any particular parts, any particular places, and just notice what you notice. And if that's nothing, then that's a gift in itself. So bring awareness to the crown of the head. The forehead, the eyebrows, and the space between the eyebrows. The eyes, the cheeks, the nose, the jaw softening, and the tongue resting in the mouth. The throat, the hollow at the base of the neck, the right shoulder, right arm, right elbow, right hand, all the way to the tips of the fingers and the thumb. The left shoulder, left arm, left elbow, left hand, fingers of the left hand gently unfurling. Bring awareness to the center of the chest, to the heart space. Notice how it feels to rest your attention here without asking anything of it. Bring awareness to the upper back, the ribs, the belly, rising and falling with breath. The pelvis, heavy, grounded, supported. The right hip, the right thigh, knee, calf, and foot. The left hip, left thigh, knee, calf, and foot. The whole body resting, breathing, and held. And float your awareness again to the heart space. Notice what's there. It could be warmth, movement, nothing in particular. And bring awareness to the head, the space behind the eyes, the thinking mind. And notice what's there. Notice that both are present, both have their own rhythms. Neither needs to be fixed. Now float your awareness to the breath, especially the lungs. Notice how the breath moves in and out, quietly mediating between heart and head. There's nothing to resolve here. Just be held by the breath. Because if the heart carries something from yesterday, yet the mind reaches toward tomorrow, the breath will always remind you of where you are now in this present moment. There is only the current breath. There is only here, this body, this moment. Before we move on to a guided visualization, I have a poem by John Rodell. My brain and heart divorced a decade ago over who was to blame about how big of a mess I have become. Eventually, they couldn't even be in the same room with each other. Now my head and heart share custody of me. I stay with my brain during the week, and my heart gets me on weekends. They never speak to one another. Instead, they give me the same note to pass to each other every week. And the notes they send to one another always say the same thing. This is all your fault. On Sundays, my heart complains about how my head has let me down in the past. And on Wednesday, my head lists all of the times my heart has screwed things up for me in the future. They blame each other for the state of my life. There's been a lot of yelling and crying. So, lately I've been spending a lot of time with my gut, who serves as my unofficial therapist. Most nights I sneak out of the window in my rib cage and slide down my spine to collapse on my gut's plush leather chair that's always open for me, and just sit, 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 sit until the sun comes up. Last evening, my gut asked me if I was having a hard time being caught between my heart and my head. I nodded, said I didn't know if I could live with either of them anymore. My heart is always sad about something that happened yesterday, while my head is always worried about something that may happen tomorrow, I lamented. My gut squeezed my hand. I just can't live with my mistakes of the past or my anxiety about the future, I sighed. My gut smiled and said, in that case, you should go stay with your lungs for a while. I was confused. The look on my face gave it away. If you're exhausted about your heart's obsession with the fixed past and your mind's focus on the uncertain future, your lungs are the perfect place for you. There's no yesterday in your lungs. There's no tomorrow there either. There is only now. There is only inhale and exhale. There is only this moment. There is only breath. And in that breath, you can rest while your heart and head work their relationship out. This morning, while my brain was busy reading tea leaves and while my heart was staring and crying at old photographs, I packed a little bag and walked to the door of my lungs. Before I could even knock, she opened the door with a smile, and as a gust of air embraced me, she said, "What took you so long?" And perhaps begin to imagine now a space where you feel completely comfortable, completely at ease. Could be something completely fantastical, or an old memory, or your own living room. Be anywhere at all. Somewhere where you can sit down and feel comfortable and safe. Somewhere with 2 chairs or a sofa or a couple of floor cushions where you can sit down beside yourself. You're sitting beside yourself, not a better version of you, not a calmer version, just you, exactly as you are today. Notice how it feels to keep yourself company without needing to change a single thing. Remember how you gazed upon your flower at the start of class. Gaze upon yourself in the same way. With that same reverence, with the same curiosity, with the same gentleness and presence. And you don't need to say or think anything. Just stay here for a few minutes. Allow any feelings, any emotions to flow through you. Welcome it all. And before we release this visualization, a short piece of writing by Cleo Wade again. Which parts of yourself won't you let yourself love yet? Befriend your ingredients. The spicy, the sweet, the pain, the heartache, the gifts, the shame and the shine. Fall in love with all of you. Savor yourself. So just take one last long look at yourself sitting next to you. Perhaps there is something that you need to share with her or that she needs to share with you. A gift, some words. With the next exhale, see if you can release all of these images and all of these ideas. And rest in the quiet awareness of the body, breathing in, breathing out. Just gently return your intention to the Sankalpa or to the dedication, the intention that you set at the start of your practice of Yoga Nidra. And again, repeat it to yourself a few times to let it settle in a little deeper. And trust that the body has heard it. And we're going to start gently calling our energy back. So begin by noticing the sounds around you, including your own breath. The gentle music, the sound of my voice. And then start to notice the ground beneath you, the air around you, any physical sensations. And then slowly start to welcome some small movements.